Hey everybody out there in the internet land, it's your man Thomas. And I'm doing this live. For one thing, I'm doing this live because it's been quite a while since I've done a live. The other reason I'm doing a live is it's because I'm doing this live before certain current events in my life starts to happen. And I'm unfolding my story as I go along. Um, so I'm going to just wait for a few people to pop on. If anyone's interested to listen. Couple of key things I want to touch on today is what I've noticed about a lot of people and the fear factor of people. Like people are really afraid of what they don't understand and what they don't know. I've entitled this particular live, "Stop Asking Why and Start Asking How." Hey John, how you doing? Um, yeah, so a lot of big things are happening in our economy right now. And it's happening so fast, man. People are really not picking up on why it's happening and why it's happening so fast. Um, you know, Nowadays you don't really need a newspaper, to get the latest updates on the news and find out what's going on in our world. All you have to do is go online and Google a word, and you will find out what's happening. Um, I did not know for the last, I want to say, year or so that Asia is becoming like a superpower. Like there's a lot of people in Asia that are buying that own crypto, that own Bitcoin. That's like even like basically a major payment for them. Did you hear what I just said? Asia, a country far, far away from America, is already heavy, like knees deep in crypto, using it as, a main payment system, a way to barter. And what's happening here in America? And why do you think that that's not going on here? You understand what I'm saying? So I've entitled this, "Stop Asking Why and Start Asking How." And the reason why I did that is seriously, I think people are fearful of what they don't understand. I think if they think that money is going to go away and they won't have a way to pay their bills, or they won't have a way to work their jobs and get paid, a check, cash your check, go to the bank, cash your check, and boom, bam, boom, and do pay bills away that we normally do and live like we normally do, what in the world is going to happen to them people? Well, what's going to happen is they're going to be still thinking that one day it's going to come back. But if you noticed over the history of this country, things have changed, and all of the changes have basically come from the government. Okay, we borrow, like you hear people talk about it all the time now online, but people think that we're like aliens or something because we're talking about stuff that really matters, and because there's certain other people that just want to bury their head in the sand and say, like, I got what I got, me and mine, we're gonna be all right. It's just not going to be so simple like that. It's a lot of things is really changing at rapid breakneck speed. And in order for us to even catch on to find out what's happening, we really need to do a lot of research. We really need to start asking the right questions and stop asking like why. Instead of asking why, we need to be asking how. How can I be a part of this? How can I implement this in my life? How can I benefit from this? How can I do it? Why would you continue to ask why when you know that the question or the question should be how? Because it's happening all around you. It's happening all around you. I really got a bunch of nuggets, man, over the last couple of days. Now, I listened to a good friend of mine, Justin Holiday, and I also listened to Luigi Bruni today, just did a live, and it inspired me to get on here and do a live. I'm basically not going to talk about a company, but I'm going to talk about a mindset. For a long time, I've been in network marketing. off and on for years. I always knew and believed in my heart that there was a way, if there was a way that I could, earn, make a living from the comfort of my own home, set my own hours, I would be my own boss and do my own thing. I've always had that in my spirit. I've always wanted to create something like that to where I could bring other people in and help those people go out into the world and live their best life. So for 20 years, I've tried off and on and failed off and on. I had very little success in the networking market or networking field, very, very little success. But I never gave up that dream. And I never stopped looking and never stopped learning. So I continue to be a student, remain a student, so I can be teachable. One thing that I want to put out there to people, and if you catch the replay of this, because right now as I'm doing this recording, it's 5 minutes in, it's only one person on here. And but as I do this recording, if you catch the replay, you really need to pay attention. And I'm not saying that I'm a philosopher or anything like that, but what I am saying is that if you have a closed mind, it's really hard to graft anything on that mind. Some people I hang around with it's a very valid point that you cannot graft a new idea on a closed mind. Like once your mind is closed, locked like this, I don't care what somebody tells you, I don't care what they show you, you won't be able to receive it because your mind is just straight up closed. Nothing won't get in. And it is by design, it's a defense mechanism to help protect us. That's what it is. If it's different and strange and not something that we grew up with, okay, here's 50 cents, go to the store and get some cookies. If we talking about now, I can buy some cookies from a store over there in Asia with crypto. What is cryptocurrency and what is it doing to our world? Well, it's basically starting a process of opening the world up to different ways to create income. I'm not even getting into the wealth part because people that are early adopters automatically are the ones that become wealthy because they're not sitting there analyzing the hell out of something. They are hearing and seeing and then getting the vision and then running with it. And they become early adopters, always become the wealthy people, even if they never had wealth in their life before. And I said it before and I'm going to say it again. When the Internet of Things came out, I was like, what? There's no way that there's going to be computers in everybody's house. I was one of those people that was like, get out of here. I'm not, yeah, right, really. Only the government has computers. Why in the world would they give us computers? But then when I broke it over the years, when all of this stuff started unfolding, I started picking up on why. A lot of reasons was because they wanted to know what we was doing. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't know if this video will make it out of there or even get published on Facebook. But I'm gonna keep it real. The Internet of Things was all about information. If you think about it, the supercomputers that they have, like 3 or 4 in this country, they were for basically military strategies, the economy, that kind of stuff. Highly, highly, highly secretive information was in those computers, right? So they started giving us computers and giving us the ability to go on a site called Google and Google, how many miles is the Earth from the moon, even though we did learn that stuff in school. But, everybody didn't come up that way. So in my generation, we didn't have computers in school, but look at the kids now. They go to school and they get a computer when they get to a certain level in school. And why do you think that is? Because I really think that we're falling behind. Our country has fallen behind because other countries were willing to impart in that information into those children, and they wanted them to be smarter. They wanted them to go farther. We held back a lot of stuff, or our country have held back a lot of stuff from us knowing things, how things get done. about the economy and all this kind of stuff. You remember the old saying, go to school, get an education, work hard, keep your head down, and in about 20 years or 30 years, you'll have something that you can retire on, and it'll be, you know, now this was always said to us coming up, but it was never like broken down, like, okay, the school loans that you're gonna acquire or end up having, you're gonna have to pay that back. You have to pay all that back. So hopefully, if you do get the career that you've been aspiring to get, and you go through college, you make it out of college, and you actually can participate in the field that you were dreaming about, that's awesome. But in most cases, and these are the cases that they don't talk about, where people go through the school and acquire all the student loan debt and then have to pay it back, and they end up moving back with their mom and dad because they cannot take care of the debt that they have acquired over the few years that they went to school. And that's really what's going on in our country. I mean, but they still are pushing school. They are pushing it like it's the last, like if you don't get an education, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jose, how you doing? Long time, my friend. So they push education like it's the way that you're gonna make it. But there's other ways to make it if you're open-minded enough to take in the information and do something with it. Cryptocurrency is one of those things. It is like the X factor that people are not getting. They're not understanding. They don't even want to understand. You remember all of those companies that were saying crypto is a joke? Remember all of that stuff that was going on? They always connected it to the dark web, the black web, where people was doing these, you know, bad things online and purchasing drugs and weapons and all that stuff, like they wasn't doing it with cash. I'm sorry, but they were already doing it with cash. I mean, but they wanted to make cryptocurrency look like this bad thing, and you don't want to touch that because look, you know, what we do or what we have going on is the best thing since sliced bread, which was a straight up lie, man. People need to be awakened to the real facts. I literally was in a couple of companies, a different couple of projects with Mr. Luigi Bruni and Justin Holiday, and we was riding the wave, man, and we was building, and I thought that was it. I thought I was going to be able to retire from my job. It was happening, and it was going, and then all of a sudden they crowned it, and then it started going down. And when it started going down, it started falling hard. It was right around the time when Bitcoin spiked in 2017 to damn near 20,000, and then fell back down like a serious rock, like to 3,000, and people were like for a whole year, nobody even really was talking about crypto because they felt like the bubble has popped. I talked to a friend of mine too. I messaged him and he was like, yeah, well, the bubble has popped now, so I got out. I'm like, what bubble? Because people keep thinking that cryptocurrency is a bubble, like this thing is going to be here today and gone tomorrow. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you look at the stock exchanges and everything that we got, there's like however many stock exchanges that we have right now. How many cryptocurrency exchanges are out there that exist right now, operational right now? Think about it. Thousands. Why is that? Because more and more and more people in this world want to have some kind of control of their own possessions, of their own ability to create income so they can literally do what they want to do. Nobody ever told us that you can be whatever. Well, they told us in school you can be whatever you want to be, right? But they never gave us the tools to be able to achieve that. Go to school, get a good education, keep your head down, work hard, you know, and you're going to have something in 30, 40 years. Well, that's a misconception that we are just now finally starting to wake up and see. The reality of that is straight up lie. It's a lie. You know, you might not believe or see what I see, but I know for a fact At 53 years old, I just turned 53, by the way. My birthday is August the 13th. Thank you very much for all your birthday wishes. I know it was a lie. I mean, it is what it is. We all are not gifted with athletic abilities. We all are not gifted with like the IQ of 10,000. We all are not gifted with born with silver and gold spoons in our mouth. So for the other 95% or 90% of us in this country, we got to go hard at working at whatever it is that we want to do to produce this kind of thought, this kind of lifestyle that we're looking to achieve, man. And I'm going to tell you like this, no job will ever give you that. And I'm not knocking a job because I have a job. But guess what? I don't want to always be at a job. I'm just saying. So now I am doing this live, and I'm going to start doing what my friend Justin told me to do. Start doing the lives, man, every day. Start doing your story. Start putting it out there. Because now, as this thing starts manifesting, people start seeing what's happening. They're going to start. What's coming out of my mouth is not going to sound so stupid like it was sounding crazy two years ago. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, Chrissy. Yeah. I know it sounds insane, but 2 years ago when I was talking about, wow, look at crypto, look at Bitcoin, this is at 10,500. People was like, woohoo, and liking it and all of that stuff. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing, but I was doing it because I was riding that wave of feeling. I felt like it was going somewhere to do something. And I know that people have jumped in, and I know that in 2017, there was a lot of millionaires made. I ain't got to make that up. Google it. Google how many millionaires were created from the time that Bitcoin started to today. Many millionaires were made. That's still like 7% of the world's economy. Like, there's still like so many of us that are literally living paycheck to paycheck. But anyway, that story that I was telling you about, that, you know, Luigi and Justin and I was riding this thing, man. We was riding this business, but it folded. It didn't fold. I'm not saying that they were scamming us or anything like that, but it folded. It closed down. Then I got into another program, and I'm going to say what the name of it is because I don't have a problem with, I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. I'm just telling you what happened. That was US High Tech. Thousands of people got their damn mouth taken in US High Tech. Thousands. I'm talking about people that are very close to me lost a lot in that particular opportunity because they were saying that they was going to do something that they could not do. They did not have the technology. They was out there trying to hustle somebody else to get the technology, create all of this stuff, but they kept telling us, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It never came. And they shut it down. We couldn't, then we started finding out that we couldn't get into our website. We couldn't get back in our back office. Done. So here's the thing about cryptocurrency. There are a lot, because it's worldwide, there are a lot of scammers. So when you talk about doing research and finding out who's behind what kind of crypto projects that's out there, you got to really seriously do your due diligence. There's another gentleman that I followed a lot. I still follow, Alex Villa. We was in another program. That program was worldwide as well. It folded as well. So I never quit though. You know what a big shot is? A big shot is a little shot that never quit shooting. They just keep shooting no matter what. That's what a big shot is. And I'm not even trying to be a big shot. I'm just trying to open up my mind to open up others' minds. We talk about each one, reach one, teach one. If I can help 3 people do what I'm setting out to do, and they can help 3 people, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, and we perpetuate this thing to where people can literally, I'm talking about third world countries, rural countries that have smartphones. Why do you think that they have smartphones, but yet in a large part of their country, they still have dirt huts? Why? because somebody thought that it was important for them to get the information. Can you understand where I'm coming from? And if you're just that individual that just sit back and just like, I don't care about nobody else, and you know, that's fine. Yeah, you can be that. But if you aspire to be more, you're gonna have to help somebody. You're not gonna get it done on your own. I think Justin, Alex Villa, and Luigi Bruni they took off when they finally hit it. When they finally got the right business opportunity, they hit and got in, and they believed in it full force. I mean, like they wholeheartedly, they ran with it. They ran with it. That's where they at. That's where they at now. And like every time, like I know that Luigi says his story a lot, but every time I hear his story, it inspires me to go harder. I mean, this man lost his job and his wife, but he never gave up. You understand what I'm saying? He never gave up, no matter what. No matter what. He's 55. I'm 53. He's retired from a job. That's who I want to be. I aspire to be somebody like that. I aspire to want to help somebody else. Because this world is not a joke. What's happening right now to us is like literally a travesty. People are working at these jobs, man, breaking their backs open, man, for their employers, man. But then at the end of the day, if somebody dies in their family, you know, what's up, man? What's up, Alan? At the end of the day, man, when it's like, look, I need 2 weeks off, man. This is really hitting me hard. You know what I'm saying? I lost a loved one. I need this time. They're gonna look at you like you crazy. To take 2 weeks off, I don't think you can do that. Yeah, you might want to sign up for what's it called? Where you can sign up and you get a special privileged time off, because that's the only way that's gonna happen. Yeah. What we're going through right now, man, is a tough time in our society where people are really not really seeing the truth, and the truth got to be told, man. Somebody got to tell it. And if that means it's got to be me, then it's got to be me. If people are not going to like respond in the way I'm saying, I ain't saying join and do what I'm doing, but I am saying open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind, because a closed mind and a closed mouth will never, ever get fed. You understand what I'm saying? I learned that through the hard knocks of life. Wanting to do what I wanted to do by any means necessary. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I ain't give a damn what nobody else was talking about. But you know what? If we don't each one reach one, teach one, they're gonna die off and be a dying breed, man. We're gonna suffer when when this stuff starts changing right around us, and we're gonna be trying to do this and we're gonna be trying to do that. We're gonna try to be elevated in certain companies and get to levels and climb those levels and try to climb that ladder, man. And they're gonna be, I'm sorry, we ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry. How awesome would it be to wake up in your pajamas? Go to a computer, log in to your different accounts, and say, thank you, Lord. You know, I actually live by my own principles, my own rules. I live by my own creed. I'm not controlled by anyone, any government, anything. And now I'm going to help as many people as I can. So I'm just doing this. I'm shooting this live because it's getting ready to happen to me. So I already started the process. Has already begun. And it's happening. What's up, Antonio? It's happening. It's happening, man. Because that's another brother, man. Hey, he doing it. He doing it. He doing it. I mean, he's willing, but he's that type of individual. Antonio's that type of individual that's always in business, doing his own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he already knew that the model that they put out there about getting a job and working 30 and 40 years, Warren Buffett said it, man. If you don't find a way to earn money in your sleep, you're going to work till you die. Yes, sir. You don't work till you die. Because it's set up for us to fail. That's just how it is. And if you get bad with your health and you can't really work, man, good God almighty. Don't get hurt. Don't start having the problems with your health. Don't start having your loved ones get sick around you. Good God almighty. You can't do nothing about that. You literally got to be like, I know you're in the hospital and I love you, but I got to go to work. Because if I don't go to work, I can't pay for these bills that's still coming. You understand what I'm saying? A job will never get you there. I don't care if you become the CEO. Well, maybe if you become the CEO, it'll get you there. But yeah, good luck with that. You'll be middle management at best, unless you actually thought up the idea to have this particular company. I look at Amazon, man. I live in North Carolina, right? Well, in Kernersville, they just built an Amazon, a huge, ginormous Amazon warehouse for some more good old workers. But Amazon is a hell of a company, man. Look at this guy. He went from whatever he went. He created this thing online. He had a dream, you hear me? And thousands of people helped him build his dream. Now look at him. The wealthiest man on the planet? How do you think that happened? He was a little shot that never stopped shooting and became a big shot. So, you know, yeah, what's up, Calvin Johnson? Jacqueline, how y'all doing, man? I just was off the cuff. I just feel like it's some truth that need to be put out there right now. And yeah, I already see my story getting ready to change. And then there's a lot more to my story. So in time, I will be putting that out as well. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of what people think. Because people that are watching me right now already know part of my story and know where I come from. And it doesn't even matter to me whether or not people are going to form an opinion about an individual that they don't really have a clue as to why or how, because they keep asking why instead of asking how. How do I get in cryptocurrency? How do I learn how to make an online business work in my home so I can work from home and get up in my pajamas? How do I learn how to make money while I sleep? How do I do this? Or do I really have to just work a job until I die? Because I will not. I'm saying this right now so you can hear it. I will not be a greeter at Walmart. Remember they had tried to do away with that, but it came right back. Yeah, people that work 30, 40 years in their job and they think they can retire on what they have. It's impossible to live on your retirement after you work all those years because you get money taken. I mean, you put money in the bank, what happens to it? You working on your job, what's going on? What's really going on behind the scenes? You paying taxes on all of that. All of that. So the more you try to stack, it's like you're circumventing what it is you're trying to accomplish. And unless you got hundreds of thousands of dollars buried in your backyard. But I would hate to see the people that actually do have money buried in that backyard, because if cash ever goes away, they're in a world of trouble. There's some countries where literally there's not even a value that they can place on a dollar bill, so to speak. They are literally weighing their money, their form of income, to get a loaf of bread, weighing it on a scale. And we think that because we're in America, we're untouchable. The devil is a lie. Or we are more susceptible if you really think about it. And I appreciate that, Antonio, really. Thank you much. We are way more susceptible if we don't wake up and smell the coffee, man, and check out what's brewing. It's a setup. It's a setup. I mean, I do appreciate the people that are around me, man, that care enough to try to help the next person. You know, when they say, if you're looking down, the only time you're looking down on the person is to give them a hand up. You know, not you know, not to look down on them as far as you ain't nothing, but to look down on them just to give them the hand up, to bring them to another level, man. That's what it's all about. Each one, reach one, teach one. Is that principle about, it's like a guiding force to, like, if I understand something, but you don't, but you want some information on it, and I can give it to you, and you ask me how instead of why. Now, an open line of communication had just started, you know. But if you keep coming to me saying why, I can't help you, because you're not even open-minded enough to receive what it is I have to give. So I have to actually help people that are actually willing to be open-minded. I can only help those people, because the other people are closed-minded. They don't see what I see. They don't know what I know, and nor do they care to know what I know, which is sad, but it's true. So yeah, there's a lot of people I'll be talking to about what's going on, what's happening moving forward, because I will be retired early, and I will be living a lifestyle that I dreamed about, because it's always been a dream of mine. And if we say, if you go after your dreams, man, you go after your dreams with passion and belief, there's nothing that you can't attain. It's nothing that you can't achieve if you believe in it. All I gotta do is believe, and all I gotta do is have an open mind, and I can get it done. So it's happening right before your eyes. So these lives, I'm going to try to do them and jump off now. This was a long one because this is my introduction to the end of this so-called 20, 30 year work situation that's going away. So I need to start from now as talking about where I'm at today and where I'm going to be. And, you know, so now y'all can actually see my process. So anyway, as always, important, I want to wish you love, peace, and freedom, because it's definitely where I headed, and I hope that you got some kind of value out of this. If so, that's great. Hit me with a like, and I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep coming forward, because I really truly do believe that we all can have something, just a slice of this pie that they've been talking about. A slice of pie, the American dream. I believe we all can have it if we all work hard for it. Thanks, and bye for now. We'll talk soon.